Hello, everyone. Welcome to Liberal Tarot. I'm Sherry, a blue dot and a red state utilizing tarot to offer insight into these very interesting times we have going on here in the United States. So I'm really glad that you're here and welcome. So the focus of today's reading is going to be part 3 of the December energy reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the week of December 29th and just like that last part of December, and also kind of like a final message type thing of, what do we need to know about, December. And then also I'm going to go through the numerology, which is the Hierophant card, and I'm going to do an actual reading on that, which I'm going to be taking to be the oaths of office. Like, how is that playing into the energy of December? So, December 29th. I want to know what can we expect here for that last part of December, and then like any final messages for this month. As always, this is for entertainment purposes only. What is going on? What the hell is going on the week of the 29th? I mean, it almost feels like that. Like, what's going on today? What fresh hell can we expect? No, we're going to think positive. We're going to think positive and hope that, this administration is no more, and we're going to have a great Christmas. Okay, so anyway, back to this. Come back. Okay, back to this. What do we need to know about the week of December 29th? And also kind of wrapping in that any final messages. Week of 29th and any final messages that we need to know about. And what I do is I've recorded these just really back to back to back, and then kind of do the shuffling in between also, because I'm having a kind of hard time with shuffling these today. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But anyway, I will say I am a little tired, so that could be part of it right there. So December 29th, the week of December 29th, and that final message. What do we need to know about the United States? And final messages for December. Okay, and I did say, as always, these are for entertainment purposes only. The week of the 29th. Okay. Racing forward, charging ahead, rash action. And I just said this month was about the Hierophant, and there it is, our oaths of office. Okay, just these two cards, my initial thought is the military. Okay, this is very much, military action, racing forward, but the challenge is the oaths that they have taken. Oops, I can't do hold of that. The oaths that they have taken. That's going to be the challenge to this rash action. Okay. Weighing our options. What do we do? And I keep seeing this with the boats. In the traditional Rider-Waite, this is a red hat also. So just kind of keep that in mind too, that, what's MAGA going to do there? And I just keep saying, like, our options, what are we going to do? What's the evidence that we have about what we're doing overseas and the boats? Drunk on power. And if that's not Keg's breath here, I mean, yep. He will have had that Christmas office party that we know he likes to party at from past accounts. The Tower card. Okay, I'm going to come back to this in just a moment. And then the betrayal. Okay, so the way this is coming up is that this is going to be, by the week of the 29th, this stuff is in the past. So I think that there has been the feeling I'm getting with this, especially with these two, with these cards here, is like some military action that they were told to take, but they don't. Oops, let me pull that down here for you. That they don't take, and this is what the foundation is, because somebody was drunk on power when they gave these illegal orders. Or these orders that the military is like, we're not doing this. We are not going to betray our oath to office. And that I'm almost getting this feeling like if this is coming up in the past, like, and I got that week of the 15th and 22nd, there was something like pretty volatile going on during those 2 weeks. And so this is telling me, oh, and did I get I know I just did the readings, and it's like, did I get the Tower card? So that week of the 22nd, whatever that Tower card is, it is now in the past. It's based on, coming here with somebody drunk on power, and then you get like, we're not doing this. We're not gonna betray our oath to office, and there's other options. So out of all of this, I'm actually curious about, like, what do you mean there's other options? Like, what is it that we're looking at here? What is this Two of Pentacles? The evidence. It could be that we've got two things going on. We have, I mean, this could be not only the Venezuelan boats, it could be also people fleeing because the evidence of the Epstein files has come out. Where are we fleeing to overseas? I mean, that absolutely could be in that card. So let's see here. What is this Two of Pentacles? What do we need to know about this? Okay, and that Two of Pentacles, the burden has become too much. And we now, like, things have come out into the open. I still think that this could be the Epstein files, because something coming out into the open. This is a card of what do you have, and looking at, like, what do you have for your new journey? Because the Magician, what is this? This is one, the first card. Actually, the Fool card is the new beginnings, the new journey. This is the one of looking at what you have. What is it that you have to create what it is that you want? Okay, that's really that. But it's also in the lower energies, lies and deception. And so it's like the lies and deception have become too much. We now have all of the evidence coming out into the open. And with this, the evidence really could be the things that they've said that are lies. The cups I'm going to see as his health, the pentacles, the money, all the grifting that he's done. And the swords is the legal. All the legal stuff, all the medical stuff, all the military stuff. So that's kind of like, we're going to get just a little bit of everything here with this card. And then that final, because I was doing 3 cards on that, Two of Pentacles, and the messaging. Okay. What I'm feeling with this, I will come back to this stuff here in just a second. What I'm feeling with this is that the options are, it has become a burden. It is too much. We're going to start hearing the truth coming out. We're going to start hearing the messaging. And the reason I say starting that is that you've got the Page of Wands. This also could be, it could be a whistleblower. It could be one of the Epstein survivors that comes out with more evidence. It could be somebody in the military. This is going to be, I'm feeling like this is a voice of someone. I'm hearing, in the room where it happened, from Hamilton. So it's like somebody who was in the room where it happened that has evidence of this card here, of what's going on. And that we're just now starting to hear, like, with it being a page, that's why I'm saying, like, the beginnings of, like, those, it's coming out, and it could be like somebody who's like making sense of everything that, it's like everything comes out at once. And so now there's a lot to dissect, a lot to, there's just a lot. And so this is telling me, like, it's a lot to have to go through. It's almost like, and the Trump administration absolutely would do this, like flood the zone, to where, it's so much that it just overwhelms everybody because they think that, people can't, walk and chew gum at the same time. It's like, oh no, we can. There'll be people that are looking at the military things. There's going to be people looking at the Epstein things. There's people going to be looking at just how everything that this administration has done, and it's getting ready to blow up in their face. Okay. And that by the time we get to the 29th, this stuff has happened. So I'm going to say this is probably that, the week of the 22nd, and that we're finding out, yeah, the military's not going to disobey an order. Okay. Well, any final messages there of the week of or actually the entire month of, let me kind of get these kind of spread out through here. The entire month of December, what is our overall message here? As I said, I'm just trying to get these kind of really separated there. Okay. What is our final message for the week of the entire month of December? What is that final message? What do we need to know? And then I'll move into the numerology part of this. Final message, what do we need to know? man, you guys, I'm really sorry about it. I wonder, I don't think it's humid. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like, why are my cards not shuffling very well? Let me try this. No, that's not working either. Okay. What do I need to know? What do we need to know about final message for the week or the month of December? The month of December. Final message. Okay. And the final message for that, the bickering, the fighting, not being on the same page. And this really is kind of like, I mean, I see this also as the Trump administration of just the chaos. That's what I'm feeling. The chaos and things being hidden. Things are going to like start bubbling through. Like they can't, the challenge is they can't keep it a secret anymore. Secrets coming out. That's going to be our theme for December. Secrets coming out very quickly. The evidence of, you know, pick a scandal. The people, you know, sounding the horn of truth and people uprising because they hear the truth. What I'm seeing here, what really stands out is like the people are naked here and it's like they can't hide anymore. MAGA can no longer deny. I mean, I guess they could continue being in denial, but I'm feeling like the majority, like there's more that are waking up. The horn of truth has sounded and action, legal action, military action being taken. I'm thinking legal action. So who is this legal action? Where is this legal action being taken? And the legal action, agreements that were made under the dark of night. Once again, the options, and you know, people are either fleeing or it's what's happening to the Venezuelan boats. Yeah, that both of those could be, and the wealthy woman reaping what you sow. Yeah, all of the agreements that they made, whatever it is that they've done, and now like the legal actions being taken, and yeah, reaping what you sow. So this is telling me with this card here in the heart and center of the challenge of everything that they're doing, it's the Moon card. So this is going to tell me that the theme for this month is going to be secrets coming out. And the just disarray that they have going on there in this administration, and the Ace of Swords, big action being taken. I'm trying to see, like, I'm getting the feeling of like, just arrest just arrest all of them. And it's like, you know what, like, come on, I'm feeling very impatient for this card. That's what I'm saying. And that people wake up. They start, I mean, even more so. And we're seeing that in the polling. We're seeing like his approval rating is slipping bigly. And that now that I've kind of done all of these readings, just like back to back to back, I'm going to say it's that middle part of December, the 15th and 22nd, that's when we're going to start seeing a lot of that explosive energy, Epstein files, some military something, then secrets that were being kept can no longer be kept. Like, that's our theme, is those secrets. So let me pause this just for a second. I'm going to pull out the Hierophant card, and then I'm going to do a reading on that. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to pull out the Hierophant, and you didn't need to sit there and watch me, you know, go through all these cards trying to find that. So with this, okay, so with numerology, one, I'm not a numerologist. I know enough of numerology to be able to do it. And then what I like to do is I like to relate it back to tarot, because to me, it gives it a better context, because, you know, like, because I read tarot, so like it makes more sense to me if I put it back in tarot. And there's plenty of books out there if you're interested in learning how to do that. And I'm working on putting together okay. Hear me out before. If you have a local bookstore, I highly, highly, highly recommend that you go to your local bookstore and ask them to, you know, most of this stuff is like U.S. Games, and Llewellyn has a lot of this stuff. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together an Amazon store, and just kind of as a holding place, like, so it can be all in one place, but don't feel obligated to give any money to Amazon at all whatsoever. If you find someplace else that you want to do buy from, absolutely, especially small local businesses, always support them. Always support them first. And so anyway, there's plenty of books out there on numerology and tarot, and they're really good books. So anyway, this month is the Hierophant. And the way I get to this is you take the personal year, and I use the date of July 4th, 1776 for our birth date. So our personal year is the way you get to the personal year. Sorry, I'm trying to read my shorthand. It's the birth month, the birthday, and the calendar year. So this July 4th, 2025 is the 20. So that's our personal year, is the 2. Or the 20. Then the calendar month is going to be 12, because December is the 12th month. So you add the personal year and the calendar month together to get the personal month. And that is where I get this 5. Okay, so it's going to be, and I'll put a description here. I'll have that typed out in like subtitles or something for you if you're interested in knowing how I came up with this number. Okay, so the Hierophant. This is going to be, it's the spirit of our government. It's the spirit of the institutions. And as we're coming up more on, especially that PSA of our oaths, what oaths have been taken by people in our government? Okay. And that can be anywhere from, congressional members. It can be the president, the office of presidency. It can be the military members. Anyone who has taken an oath to our Constitution. That's how I'm going to be reading this card. Okay. And that's going to be the theme for this month. And we're already seeing that with the congressional members that had that PSA. That's what, that kind of lit that fire of where we're headed for the month of December, and examining the oaths of office. And look at even the DOJ. I mean, Pam Bondi, she violates that oath. It appears to be every day for entertainment purposes only. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to do a base reading into how this card, how our numerology and this energy is going to kind of be playing out. I feel like we've kind of seen that in, especially that the second reading of the 15th and 22nd. Okay, so base reading into what do we need to know about numerology and the Hierophant, and how is this going to play out this month in our country? What do we need to know about the Hierophant? Okay, and with that, let's just put that right there. Mad King Don, right there in the center, the heart and center of the oath of office, and the spirit of our institutions is Mad King Don, and the challenge is the Epstein files. I mean, that's how I've been reading that. It could also be like his political power is slipping. He no longer commands control over everybody. Okay, and then the evidence comes out. This is the Epstein files. The betrayal to the children, the evidence comes out. This is that, I've always seen this as the survivor that has the evidence that comes out. And trying to hold on to political power, the betrayal, you sit on a throne of lies. Gosh, that was so funny. I can't believe that was so funny. It was probably a J.D. Vance reading, and it was the Spiral Tarot. And all I saw was Buddy the Elf going, "You sit on a throne of lies." If that's not the perfect description of this card and the lower energy. Gosh, that was so funny. Okay, and the legal action that's going to be taken. Yeah, this is the Epstein files. If that's what, in the oath of office, people are going to be like, my oath of office I did not sign up to protect pedophiles. That's what, what is it? PDF files. I guess over on TikTok, I guess people are getting dinged for saying that. So the PDF files will be released, and that the people are going to be looking at their oath is to the Constitution, not to Mad King Don here, the little wannabe dictator. Okay, it's not in the DNA of the American people to be ruled by a wannabe king. It just isn't. Okay, and then the legal action. So yeah, that's how well that's gonna go. I'm just feeling like yeah. That was a real short and sweet little numerology thing there of what do we need to know about our oaths of office? Well, that the Epstein files are coming out and that we're not going to protect a pedophile, PDF files. So yeah, that's what that is. I want to do, just because I'm curious, I want to know, and I have a few minutes here. I want to know, what do we need to know about Don Old's health here in December? Because I tell you guys, he is, whoo, by the time you guys see this, the text, the stuff that he shitted out there on Trash Social is I'm sure there's going to be so much more by the time this even posts, but the ones I'm referring to is his Thanksgiving meltdown, like around midnight, and that was all. I mean, just the way that rant went was like, oh, Stephen Miller talked to him of wanting to no more immigrants from third world countries, wanting to it was unhinged. It was crazy. It's like you're looking at that going, how is anybody taking him seriously? And then I guess Governor Walz he replied to that rant with, release your MRI results. Like, and then really that just needs to be their answer to everything that he does needs to be. So tell us more about that MRI. Release those, what was the MRI about? I mean, that really just needs to be the answer to everything that he does. So as we get closer to those Epstein files, he's going to become more unhinged. I mean, it's like, really? Is it possible for him to become more unhinged? Yes, it is. So I just want to do December. What do we need to know about his health? What do we need to know about Donald Trump's health in the month of December? Man, that's just irritating me that those cards are not shuffling well. Okay, Donald Trump's health in the month of December. What do we need to know? If you're joining me for the first time, I really do know how to shuffle cards. I just don't know why these are being so difficult in these 3 readings. Okay, there we go. Maybe Donald Trump's health. Okay, and with his health, what do we need to know here is, yeah, this is like whatever the treatment plan was, it's not working, feeling left out in the cold. Weighing options. What are we going to do? What other things can we try? Medical decisions needing to be made. He's not doing what he's being told. I mean, he's definitely not being told. He's not doing what he's been told. The foundation of this is someone who, I mean, I see this like as the petulant child. Here, take your medicine. I don't want to take that. I'm not going to do that. So that's the feeling I'm getting with that card. And that I wonder if I'm sure there's been some kind of heroic measures. And once again, this is the sword coming up here through the crown. I went through that in another health reading that I did for him. And that the victory wreath is no more. And that, yeah, he can't, they're not going to be able to prop him up. And the slow and steady's the pace. Oh, he's just out there working, Caroline Levitt there. Oh, he's doing the work. It's like, no, he's not. He's not doing the work. So what is this about it's almost like, plodding along there, trying to cover it up, trying to, the first thing I thought of when I saw that was like trying to polish a turd. And it's like, you may be trying to say everything's okay, but here's this black horse and like these dingy colors, and like there's the that garment. I did that in that one reading, is like the green garment that was supposed to be, vitality here. It looks like it's been trampled on by the horse, the black horse of death here. So the nasty green, this is not a pretty green here. All that bruising, the fluid. I mean, it's like saying one thing, but the actual picture is something completely different. And I just feel like it's more of that. So are we going to get the blessed event this month of him no longer being able to serve? Like they absolutely cannot prop him up anymore. Are we going to be getting the blessed event this month? I mean, every time he rants and raves, I'm like, go little blood clot, go little embolism. Those Epstein files is what's really going to be pushing him over the edge. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Know that, okay, so this is kind of what I'm seeing now that I've done like all of these readings kind of back to back to back. These are the broad themes that I'm seeing for this month. As much as I would love for healthcare to be like front and center, it is not. I don't know, will they have something figured out? The Nine of Cups just flipped out as I did that. Will they have something figured out for health insurance for this month? And with that, I don't, there's other things. Like if they do, it's like at the very end of the month, it's like a Hail Mary type situation. So I think that the broad themes for this month is going to be our military and the Epstein files. He's using the military to distract from the Epstein files. And then you've got the military who's not obeying an illegal order. And I do feel like there was a reason that PSA came out when it did. We're going to be finding out more about why they did that, when they did that. And it has to do with what they're hearing coming from the military, like their sources. And I think that the military, below the rank and file below what has been installed by Keg's Breath there, it's below that there are serious discussions, and that there is a reason that PSA came out when it did. Expect all of that to kind of come to a head, and it has to do around the way our military is being used, not only at home, but abroad, and that it's all in an attempt to distract from the Epstein files. So it's almost like the worse things get with the military, expect that we're getting closer with the Epstein files. That's what I'm feeling. And that with his health, I've always got like, he would hear about something getting ready to break. He would have his health event because this is stressing him out so much. And then like whatever it is comes out. Okay. That still feels like, that still feels, pretty okay in there. And in the meantime, on top of all of that is going to be, whatever crazy ass illegal order they're giving our military, and our military finally says, no, we're not doing that. So yeah, that's what we get to look forward to in December. Well, alrighty then. And then, the health insurance. I'm sure I will be looking into that a lot this month, of like, what are we going to do? Because I'm sitting here going, like, do I pay that premium? Do I not? Like, I have questions. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Like, share, comment, subscribe, helps me grow my channel. And I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the next reading. Have a great day.